Hello everybody and good morning depending on where you're tuning in from. If you are new here, my name is Rachel Hoffman and I am a doll enthusiast, a doll person, a doll blogger, all kinds of dolly related things, and I am coming to you live from the doll shop here in Denver, Colorado. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It's so good to see you guys today. Today's a great day. Right now up in front, we have some wonderful guys up there that are installing our ceiling, so that's one of the final pieces to that room up there, so we can kind of move in. But we can't really move in until all the Playpals are moved out, but that's okay. We have some new visitors that we didn't know we were going to be there before. So it's so good to see you guys. Good morning for everybody that's tuning in and hopping on this video. I didn't tell you I was going to be on this video because I didn't know. Yesterday, oh, and I have iced coffee. Let me know what you're drinking. I got iced coffee. Hey guys. Hi everybody. So on Wednesday is when the wonderful PlayPal and vintage doll haul arrived at the shop. And I had been working with this woman for a very long time, for months and months. I think maybe even since last year. And so it was in the works, but when they arrived, very exciting. I did the video for you guys and it was just a lot of fun. But the rest of the day, we hustled. You saw what it was like out on the lawn and on the front lawn. And obviously I could not leave the dolls out there. I had a lot to do. And so I had a lot of help, but it was such a long day of cataloging and just getting things done and moving the dolls, and it was like sweaty hot labor, which is fine, but it wore me out. And then yesterday morning when I woke up, I just knew I had overdone it, and it was just a lot. So I actually just tried to really take it easy and kind of catch my breath and rest. I rested. I still came to work, but I was resting while I was here. Do you know what I mean? I just did things slower. I took things a little bit easier. Stanley's hiding behind the column right there. I knew somebody was over there, but I was taking things easier and just I actually left work early too, and I was in bed by I think like 5 o'clock and I just chilled. And so it's really important when you feel like you had kind of overdone it or maybe overextended or just did too much, to just tune into your body and take a step back. Because if I hadn't taken the time to recharge and relax and get myself back on track, I would be way worse today. And then I wouldn't be able to do anything today. So this is just a reminder for you that you don't always have to be, success isn't defined by how much you're physically laboring, how much money you're making, and things like that. A lot of times it's not tangible. You can't see it in numbers and stuff like that. I think it's really important to normalize rest and recuperation and taking care of yourself in that way. It's kind of a new thing for me. I'm really not used to it, but I knew if I didn't go and just give myself some time and space, and I've been working here 7 days a week too. So it was just time. Michael said to me, if I keep going at the full steam and keep doing things at every single level, like that rushing stream that we talked about, doing all the things, that your cheese will slip off your cracker. And I don't want any cheese to be slipping. I don't want any cheese slipping, because we've got a lot of fun things to do right now and a lot of just wonderful things happening, especially here in this month of July. So if you guys hear some banging and things up there, our ceiling tiles are being installed, which is just such, it's like one of the last things. I can't wait to get everything on the wall so I can show you guys the final reveal of the wallpaper and everything else. So, thank you everybody that's tuning in. This is, I just wanted to wear something kind of summery and fun. I've had this in my closet. Even when I bought it, I thought, when am I ever going to wear this? But it was on super markdown for like under $10, and I just had to get it, just one of those shirts. But I've never had a place where I thought, where am I going to wear this? And now it's officially my summer fling shirt, so it's just perfect. So everybody that's tuning in, hi, let me know if you're here. If you guys have any questions or you'd like to ask me anything, now's the time to do it on this video. I love chatting with you and connecting with you and getting to know what's going on in your world. So if you have something that you can share, if you are in a season of rest, if you're in a season of taking on a new project, if you're in a season of both, which I think is the healthiest thing to do your projects and to reach your goals, but also to take a step back and to rest and let your body recharge. I realized over the last couple weeks that I quit taking my vitamin C and just things like that. I just had to take a step back and be like, oh my goodness. And so now I put it out right where I have my makeup, because I don't forget that on a lot of days. So hello everybody. I'm so excited that you're here. Yes, I have my summer fling top, which is just really fun. I think I got it at Express and the sunglasses. The summer fling sunglasses. So we have these in all different colors and they are so fun. They are so fun. Hello everybody. Hi. So this is a really exciting month. There are all kinds of wonderful things happening, especially online. There are some wonderful virtual events happening across the board. There are several conventions that are happening, and I think it is all so awesome and exciting. And I am just so thrilled. But several organizations that have moved their events online actually reached out to me and just thanked me for helping pave the way, because I started the virtual convention in December of 2018, and our summer fling is going to be the event that is our 5th virtual doll convention event. So we've been doing this for a while. So long before there was any kind of pandemic, long before there was any kind of quote unquote mandatory need, there was a need for virtual events, because so many of you are in other parts of the world, can't travel. Traveling is hard. Traveling is difficult. I'll admit that this year, with everything coming off the table as far as all the traveling and things like that, it is also a major relief, because traveling is hard on my dolls. When I pack them up and I take them across the country, it's hard on you physically, and it's extremely expensive. So it is so important to digitally build bridges. My entire platform and message from the very, very, very beginning was about inclusion, about building bridges, and about connecting communities. And it is always going to be my top priority to support that, to do that, and to keep bringing more messages of love and inclusion into the doll community, and to open up your worlds even more. So I didn't know about Patti PlayPal very much until I met Greg. And then now I'm got a lot of Patti PlayPals happening here. I haven't learned about so many things until I started with the virtual doll convention and the people that I have met. I am the person that has put the platform together and organizes it, but it's the contributors and the people that have so many wonderful talents that contribute and make the programming for us that are so special. And it's so important to bring us all together so that we can do fun things together. So I am very excited for all of the organizations who are making digital content, who are upping the ante on their game. I think that this pandemic and not being able to travel and all of the things that have been taken off the table has been a very good wake-up call for a lot of businesses and organizations to get on board, get on the train, because this is important, and it was important a long time ago, and it's important now more than ever. So if you are thinking of doing it, if you have always wanted to have a YouTube channel, if you are afraid of technology and it's one of the things that you've always wanted to do, or your club has never had a Zoom meeting and you guys want to try it, now is the time. Just do it and just try. My first videos that I ever did live were so bad as far as quality, as far as just what I was saying in the videos and everything is wonderful, and it's what I would say today, but I didn't know a lot about picture quality, about sound, about a stable camera. I learned so much. So if you see me doing things and you see my content and it's all, and you think I can never be like that, yes, you can. I learned everything by Googling it and by figuring it out and by opening up my YouTube channel and having 0 subscribers and working on that every single day. If you're a big organization or you're just one person, you can reach out and do these things. So I think it's just, now is the time. Everything is just different. And so it's just a great time to do it. Zoom is a wonderful way to have meetings, and you can even do programs on meetings and save them. You can do things so many different ways. So just Google it, look up at different things. There's so many resources out there, and I think it's just great. So for all of the events that are happening this summer that are virtual, more power to you. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to feel like they are making progress. I want everyone to feel successful and to be successful. So I see a lot of different events that are sort of not copying, but sort of emulating the seeds that I have put down for during the virtual doll convention. Because I was one of the first people to say, hey, we're having a virtual doll convention, and just knock down those doors and just do it. And if you've seen that, and through my work, if it has given you encouragement or maybe the bravery to try it, I think that's awesome. I think it's so good. And I think not only is it's not a nice thing to have, the virtual component to any organization, it's essential. It's essential. Because why would you only want to limit your reach and your message and what you're doing and the wonderful things that you have to share to just a couple people in the room? And then during the pandemic, we couldn't even have people in the room. So it's really, really, really good. In March, the virtual doll convention we had our Beyond All Limits convention, which was a free convention that we did just to support the doll community. And we were able to organize that and put that together in a matter of days. And that convention really opened up a lot of doors for me, because I was in my own head a lot about the undertaking of things. And then when I was able to just, through the help of some amazing contributors who just came to our aid within seconds of me contacting them, we were able to put it together so quickly. And that helped open a lot of doors for me to know that we can really just do anything together. Because you registered, we did it, and then within just a couple weeks, within 1 week, we were having a convention. So if anyone has ever, if you've ever asked what I thought about the different organizations that are now having virtual events, do I feel like somebody is copying me or whatever? I don't care, because I want everybody to succeed and have a great time. And why I don't care about anybody copying my style or whatever is because nobody can be me, and nobody can be you. And nobody can do it like me, and nobody can do it like you. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has their own talents, everybody has their own gifts, and everybody should make their own style. And as artists, you guys understand the importance of having your own take on things and your own style. The virtual doll convention is extremely inclusive. And so I have never said, nope, we're not going to do a program on that because or whatever. I have just from the beginning, I said, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. So even for the summer fling, we are going to have so many different people from all different aspects of the collecting community, and you are going to enjoy the content no matter what. So if you're a Barbie collector, you're still going to enjoy the piece on Jumeaus, I promise. If you are a diehard antique collector, you're still going to have fun learning about modern dolls, because you do it to have fun. That's the whole thing. So if I'm having fun, you're having fun, we're all having fun together. So Glenda said, I feel like everyone is doing virtual at all organizations and businesses, and this is the way of the future. It is. It is the way of the future. And I have never and do never want to be the only one. I trademarked Virtual Doll Convention because that is a trade name. That is a business name, and nobody, I certainly don't want anybody operating under the name Virtual Doll Convention, because that's my business name. Just like Turn of the Century Antiques is our business name. That's what I trademarked, is my trade name, not the art of doing a virtual event. Virtual events have been around probably since the advent of the internet, and before that they were able to record things, and they probably did some kind of virtual event. So the doing a virtual event is not new. It was newer for the doll community, but continually, year after year, in the doll community, I felt like so many people were left out, and I hated that. And so many people would reach out to me all the time saying, I'm in this country, and it meant so much to me that you made this video so that I felt like I could be a part of it. And so the only next logical step was to do an all-inclusive virtual global event, which was our very first virtual doll convention. And I said, I'm determined to help in my own way to make these VDC events something special. Oh, that is so nice to say. One of the wonderful things, Anna, and everybody who's tuning in, one of the most beautiful things about our virtual doll conventions is the people. The people I have never seen in any community or been a part of any community besides the virtual doll convention that has this much inclusion and positivity as a part of the overall feeling of the event. I've gone to a lot of different events that are absolutely wonderful and just had the best time, but the virtual doll convention, the people that make it, and the amount of encouragement that I've seen, and the way that you guys have also been there for me during my darkest days, going with me in the trenches, being there for me, sending me hundreds of cards from around the world. It's just, it's all of it together is this community. And I am so, so, so proud of this community. So that's one of the things. I wasn't even planning on talking about all that, but it's just one of the things that I want everybody to know. And I'm sure that because you guys know me extremely well, you know how I feel about things, you know what's in my heart, you know that I always want you to reach your highest potential and to do the very best that you can and to feel like the special person that you are. And so if there's a virtual event happening or something that is happening, you never have to tiptoe around me, because I want everybody to be successful and to be a part and to share their gifts with the world. So now's the time. Make the YouTube channel, Do your virtual event. If your virtual event has 5 people registered, 2 people registered. When I first registered, when we launched the first virtual doll convention, I remember saying to Linda, do you think we'll get 100 people? I mean, I thought, do you think we'll get 100 people? And I think on the first one, it was around 900 because the world needed it. So go for it, guys. Just go for it. What I can offer as far as advice is just start. Don't worry about who's going to help or what you're going to do, because a lot of people that have risen to help me and joined my crew, I never considered. And it just happened. And so many wonderful things happen in life. So just start and get it together. I think one of the hardest things for launching an event or things like that is just you start to think about it too much, and then it all starts to kind of snowball, and you wonder, it all feels like too much. And I feel like that almost every day. That's normal. Where it just our entire front room is just full of, and I'm so happy to have them, but it's once I got it cleared out, and now it's full of dolls that are going to take a lot of work and time, and I'm very excited. But the day that we got them all, it felt like too much, and sometimes it just does. Excuse me, and you have to just give yourself a little grace. Oh, my coffee's melting. Kim says there's room for everyone. We so need distractions, especially in this safe manner. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if this is for the Summer Fling, if it's going to be your first event, thank you so much for joining. There are so many people that are joining the Summer Fling that this is their 5th event because they've been with us through all of the virtual conventions, and now they're joining the Summer Fling. So it's really exciting. So just do everything that you want to do in this life. That is my advice right there. After my mother died, everything was taken off the table. Everything. I had a clean slate. For me, it was like a clean slate. And you know what I'm saying about that? Because everything was just wiped away. Here we go. But what I put back on the table is what I wanted to. So in the very beginning, what I put back on the table was just getting up and living life and getting out of bed and doing work and doing what I had to do. And then slowly I put things back on the table, like going through things and doing things that I had to do and talking on the phone and going places. Just little things that you wouldn't even consider, like, you know, but I had to physically put those things back on the table of just being a human being. And it took a long time, and I can't even talk about her still without getting, you know, just having such a hard time, which is normal. But after I started putting things back on the table, I only put things back on the table that felt good and safe to my heart and my soul. And so that's my advice to you. If doing a virtual thing, you know, feels right, then do it. If somebody is toxic and not a good friend to you, then don't be there. Then tell them that you need a break, and it's okay to leave toxic situations to protect your heart. So if you were ever gonna think of reinventing yourself, and by reinventing yourself, it never means that the old self was wrong. It just means that you're switching gears a little bit and gonna try something new, which is so exciting. So with the shop and what I'm doing, I'm switching gears and I'm reinventing myself in the way that I want to make the shop and the front pretty. And I want you to be able to walk through and to just feel really good and satisfied, even on video. Not even if you come here, but I want you to have right now. it's just a crazy mess, but I show you guys everything, and you just see everything, which I think is nice. It's very liberating for me to just be able to be myself in front of you all the time. But now it's just such a good time to just try it. So go for it. Go for it. And just know that I want you to succeed. I want every organization to succeed and be successful, because I care about our community as a whole. I don't want to be the only person doing what I do. I think it's so important to involve everybody and to just have a great time with each other and to learn from each other. I could never do what I do here. I could never do it by myself or just by looking stuff up in books myself or whatever. I have so many friends that I've networked with that have helped me along the way in doing things. And so it's all about networking and just building relationships and being yourself. Isla said, you can show us everything because we see potential in all the things you were doing there. Oh, thank you so much. I have never done a renovation in my life. I moved out of my parents' house into a condo. And then 6 months ago, this month, I moved to my next door neighbor's house, next door neighbor to my parents, so I could be closer to mom. And it's been 6 months. Time sure goes by fast. But both of my houses never needed any kind of work or renovation or anything. So this is all new, but I've had some just wonderful help from people that are just incredible that have helped. And so I am not doing this alone, believe me. One of the things I'm excited about is this Sunday we're going to have 6 of the dancing boys here, and they are going to do the opening sequence to the Summer Fling. So that will be very, very, very exciting. So I think it might be fun, just because I've got some of you here right now to chat about the Patti PlayPals, because I know that there's a lot that happened with that, and a lot of us were like, what is going on? And believe me, I felt the same way. Let's look at a few. Would you guys like to look at a few just to see what's going on? And if you've got a little morning drink, let me know. I've got my rocket fuel right here. I didn't put my protein drink in it like I usually do, but okay. So let's chat. Here, Stanley, let me give you that. Let's look at a couple of these. Now, these are in no particular order. We're just going to chat about them, and I'm going to maybe just share with you some of the stuff that I learned from Greg Ortiz. And so this one, Ashton Drake Galleries created a lot. They reissued Patti PlayPals in the 80s. I believe it's the 80s, maybe the 90s. It says 06. Was that 2006? Okay, a lot of you know. I don't know the years yet, but I do know the difference between all of them, huh?
1906.
In 1906. Yeah, I don't think so. Stanley said 1906. So this one is cute. This is not her original dress, but I have my little cards on them so I can tell. All right, so Stanley, bring me another one. Yeah, so clothing not original, but this one these have the most similar face to the original Ideal PlayPals because they are an authorized reissue. So if you can, when I saw the pictures of them, when I was initially looking at the collection, I actually thought these were Ideal PlayPals. And then when they all got here, I realized the difference. So I'm learning a lot. Okay, so who's this? Now this girl, this was very interesting. She had a wig on when we got her, and we took the wig off, and then this is what was underneath. But I personally would rather have this. I'd rather have just her original hair than the wig. I thought she was much prettier with her original hair. Now, for the Summer Fling, we're only going to be selling, each seller in the Summer Fling has a booth with 30 items. So I'm only going to sell 30 of the dolls in the Summer Fling booth, which is a first come, first serve, first person to buy it gets it. And then all the rest of them are going to go onto eBay. And I think that is the only way to fairly do this, because then everyone has a chance to bid. I've been inundated with people wanting certain things and certain ones and certain parts, and it's just, I'm going to put them out there for a $1 opening bid, $1, and the person that wins them gets them. The parts, the heads, all of it. So this is, she is a black companion doll. So this is a companion doll. This is not an original doll, but she is by Ideal, but she is so cute. And so the back says AE, and that is Allied. No, it's Allied something. Oh, I was going over my notes and I just thought of it this morning. Okay, so this guy needs to be cleaned actually. So Stanley, after I show him, can you take him back to Stephanie? Sure. And have her clean him? So this is a Peter PlayPal, but he needs to be cleaned, and I don't know. We've actually never restrung these. I don't know if we can restring them like a regular doll. We're gonna have to see how to restring these. If we can't, then they're gonna go like this. Allied Eastern, thank you. Okay, Allied Eastern is the AE, and they made a line of the companion/clone dolls. They're called companions or clones, but people still collect them, I found out. So this is the Peter, and he's pretty rare. The wonderful thing about Peter is you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but he has freckles. So freckles is great. Okay, so Stanley, bring me another one, and then take this Peter back to Stephanie. And look at the face, though. The sculpting is just so much fun. He is so cute. They are so real and lifelike. And they are big. They're big dolls. They are just wonderful. Okay, so let's see who this is. Now, he's not pulling these out in any particular order. Okay, so now what have we learned? I guess we haven't learned a whole lot yet. She's very light. She is very light. So without even looking, I know she's a companion/clone. She's very light. I can tell by the eyebrows. Let's look. So this is Buffy Tandy by EG. Okay, so she's not even a companion or clone. This is Buffy Tandy by EG. But I guess they are all kind of like, they all came out around the same time period. Let's look on the back of the head. All right, Stanley, bring more. Okay, so she's not even, and she has a pull string back there, but the pull string isn't there. It's not working. So, yeah, bring me a couple, like 2 or 3 when you come down. All right, so that's Buffy Tandy by EG. Okay, here's a good one. So now okay, now see, these are very heavy. I can always tell the Ashton Drake galleries because when I pick them up, because they are so heavy. They're extremely solid. They put a lot of meat into these kids. So this right here is PlayPal reissue, Ashton Drake galleries. So when I say reissue, that is an authorized reissue. It's not a companion, not a clone, not a fake, not a reproduction, because it is an authorized reissue by Patti PlayPal. So the mold of the face is really, really, really good. It looks almost just like the Ideal ones. Okay, again, he's very heavy, so I know and because his face looks like Ideal, I can tell right away that this is Ashton Drake galleries. But they did a really good job. They did a really good job sculpting them, and I think they're really cute. Now, personal preference, I think that the Ashton Drake gallery ones are just adorable. But of course, I think the original ones I like them the best. They have a much softer face. Now, the fun thing, and I think somebody just said this here on the video, the fun thing about having these Ashton Drake ones is that they are very durable, and so they're not as breakable. The original ones, there's a lot of parts out there that we got because they do break. They're actually sort of fragile. And so it's important to, all right, who's this? It's important to actually, they can just break like this girl. So Stanley, no, we're not. let's get some more Playpals. Okay, this is a Eugene doll, and she's 32 inches. We did get some 32 inches dolls, a decent amount of them too. But this one's very, very light, very light. One of the things I learned about is that they can be called some of the least expensive clones / companions are also referred to as supermarket dolls, because you could just get them like really cheap in the supermarket, and we have a big pile of those. So we will be putting the supermarket dolls on eBay too. So Laura said she needs a hairstylist fast. She does. And so I was thinking about it. Yeah, bring some more, Stan. Grab 2 or 3 when you come. I was thinking about it, and I didn't know what I should do, like have my doll ladies start working on the hair, what I should do. And Greg said that a lot of people that buy these dolls know how to restore them and can kind of do that. And so we're gonna clean them, but we're pretty much gonna sell them as they are. So this guy has a very interesting face. He is very different. Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the dolls in the It's a Small World ride. And this is Betsy McCall Sandy by American Doll Company. And his outfit is not original. So this is a Sandy doll. He's cute because he's got molded hair. So yep. And Kim, you were right. Sandy doll. So we are gonna be pretty much selling these as is, because if I was having my ladies work full time on the hair, we would still not get them done. So I'm hoping that you guys can maybe look at YouTube videos, or maybe you know how to do a lot of the restoration and can do it yourself. We're gonna keep some and do it, but for videos and things. But okay, this is a brunette Mary Jane, and she is by F&B. Okay, a brunette Mary Jane, very interesting. Who is this? Okay, now a lot of you guys that are on here know what you're looking at, so maybe you can just say it. Maybe you can just say it before we look. So she's very light. You can tell the face is off as far as looking like an ideal PlayPal. For me, the dead giveaway is always the eyebrows. So this is a clone, but she is in good condition, and because she's a platinum, that's a good thing too, as far as PlayPals go. Okay. Poor little thing. So, yeah. So this is an ideal doll, but she's seen some better days. So she needs some help, some hairstyling. Her hair's been cut, obviously, and she is an ideal PlayPal. Now the ideal ones are marked on the back. See, it says ideal right there, and then they're marked on the back of the head. So who is this? Who is this little critter? I didn't make a note. She is by Ideal K22. I'm not sure exactly who this is. Now we have always specialized, we've always done vintage and antique dolls, but I am definitely not an expert in Patti PlayPals and things and dolls of that nature. But my wonderful friend Greg Ortiz is, and he FaceTimed with me half of the day yesterday, or on Wednesday, so that we could figure a lot of this out. Now, what do we think about her? Just off the bat, let's see. This is Penny PlayPal, and her neck is sunken in, and her clothing is not original, and she's 32 inches. But she's actually pretty rare. So a Penny PlayPal is pretty rare. It's not a kissy, it's a Penny PlayPal. Apparently. Let's see. Okay, so this again, it's light. This is a clone. I can always tell right away by the eyebrows. Okay. Let's see. Now, this Mama Jama, I don't understand what's going on with the hair. I'm just going to kind of leave that. But look, it's like something happened with the hair. There's some kind of dye job happening here. So she is very heavy. The face looks like an ideal, but she looks new. And yep, she's in Ashton Drake Galleries, and those are her original clothes. Yeah, the Ashton Drake ones are heavy, but they're very durable. Very durable. Let's see some other ones. So it's kind of fun to see some of these up close and just, grab some more, Stan. We're going to have to bring these guys down here anyway. Oh, so some of them are in pretty bad condition, but it's okay because a lot of you still want them and you can still restore them. This is a clone that needs repair. Now this is a very interesting doll. She's got an interesting happy face, and she is by Unita. She is by Unita. So if she has, her outfit's kind of wild, but I'm hoping that people will still want to buy these and restore them and give them good homes, and I think they will. And that's why we're starting them off at $1, because then people can just... Now, when are those auctions happening? Directly after the summer fling. We're going to actually start listing things and getting them ready now. So let's not do that. Let's see who this... this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, so this is Shirley Temple. This is a Shirley Temple. We got several of these Shirleys, and she's fun because they did a really good job with the mouth. They did a really good job with the mouth. Sculpting the mouth on a smiling doll is difficult. It is so difficult. So I think that they did a really good job with the mouth. This is Ashton Drake Galleries, and she is a reissue, and she is really sweet. I believe she is a Ashton. Maybe she's not, but she's a later one. She's not one of the earlier ones. For those asking, we're going to be selling the first 30 in the Summer Fling, which is a virtual event. It's not just me selling. I'm a member of the sales room, but there's a bunch of other dealers that are selling vintage and antique dolls and accessories and wonderful things too. This is just some of the inventory that I'm going to have. And then after the event, we will be listing the rest. So we have about 15 wonderful dealers right now set up for the virtual Summer Fling sales room, and they are working their little tushes off to get you guys some incredible things. This is very light. I can tell this is a clone. Or she's not a clone because she's small. She's like 32 inches. All right. Now this is an interesting face. She's a little bit different. This is Betsy McCall by American Doll Company. Her dress is definitely not original. I don't think I'm going to be selling them when they have dresses like this, which this is a dress for a child. This is like a little girl's dress. I think I'll probably be selling them nude, unless they are the original clothes. So let's swap this out. So, this one has a wig. So this one, you can tell all the rooted hair got shaved off or something, and then a wig got put on there. But I kind of prefer them just without hair than with the wigs. But this wig is like glued on. You can't really get that off there. So now if you guys if you have some Patti PlayPals or some clones or something, let me know. Shirley Temple was made by Danbury Mint. Thank you, Kim. Yep, Danbury Mint. That's what I meant to say. And sometimes I know all the things, and then when I get on here, it just goes blank. This is, I really like the black ones a lot. I really like the lips on her. She is a clone. She is a PlayPal clone. Let's see. By Unita. PlayPal clone by Unita. But you gotta just love kind of the sculpting and just the size. She doesn't feel like she's a little bit smaller. I noticed the clones are a little bit smaller. Allied Eastern, Unita. This one just has a U, which is probably Unita again. This is another clone. Oh, this one's fun. This is Mary Poppins. Now, some of you got a little worried about Mary Poppins in our video with the dancing boys because one of them was holding her by the neck, but her neck is very strong on here, and so she was okay. She was okay. We treat these dolls very well, with respect, with dignity, with everything. Even though you see a pile of dolls, it didn't last long. They were not out in the sun very long, but it's where I had to put them right then so that I could figure out where to put them inside. When you're dealing with something of that massive of a scale, I couldn't just start bringing them in and sticking them around my desk. I had to create space once I saw what we were dealing with. So this is Mary Poppins. She is missing, I don't know if those eyelashes are aftermarket or what, but she is by Horseman. So that's Mary Poppins. I like her little cameo. I like her little cameo brooch right there. That's cute. Let's check this one out. This one's got an interesting sculpting on the face. Definitely needs clean. This is Brigitte, a vintage Brigitte. So that sounds Italian. Brigitte. But I love the hair color. Woo! She needs to visit the Clip and Curl. She's going to go visit the Clip and Curl. Okay, so let's see who this is. Now, this one is going to be, she's got some issues on her lips. This is going to be definitely a great one for restoration, for parts, things like that. This is an ideal PlayPal. Let's see. This one looks like an ideal to me. And she is. Yep, she is. Ideal on the back. So she's got kind of auburn hair, auburn eyelashes. Let's see if we have any notes on her. They're like light colored auburn eyelashes. And it is an ideal PlayPal. Did you get a PlayPal when you were a kid? Did you want one and didn't get one? Did you get one and didn't want one? Do you have a bunch of them? Do you have, tell me your PlayPal stories right now. Let's see. Now, oh, she's cute. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you, Stanley. Stanley's just bringing us all of our, so I can tell, this is very light. I know, I can tell by the eyebrows already that it's not ideal. The hair has obviously been cut, but it is a rare platinum color. And this is a clone Saucy Walker in platinum. So that's fun. This is a heavy doll. The eyebrows are looking right, but it looks newer to me. It's because when you get up close, you can just tell when something is old or new. And it is an Ashton Drake Galleries. But they did cute things. They did like embroidery on the clothes and stuff like that. So they're sweet. Now this one she's got the eyebrows look right. The face looks right. I can tell by looking at it that she is vintage and not brand new. And so I'm going to say that this is an ideal PlayPal. And it is an ideal PlayPal. So it's nice. They're marked on the back of the head. So Glenda said, I think many beauticians got their start on these dolls. Yeah, that's for sure. It would be fun to set up a little beauty parlor and kind of get them all done at once. There's a lot of different things that we can do. Now, oh, she's very heavy. She's very heavy. Her eyebrows are right, but you can tell by the material that she's new and she's modern. So she is an Ashton Drake Galleries. But they had really cute clothing, really cute. Okay, this is very, very, very light. The eyebrows are very thin. I can tell right away this is a clone. Anna said, I found her, you found, yeah. Oh yeah. Anna said she found one of the, an original PlayPal for $10 at a thrift store. They are, and they're at garage sales, and like, you're not going to find them on the internet usually for that price, because if people are taking the time to list them, they know what they are and they're going to sell them for what they are. But if you go to like an estate sale or something, AE is Allied Eastern, that's right. Then that's when you can kind of get them for the good, for steals. This is a Toodles by American Doll Company. Toodles. She needs a bath, but she does have really cute modeling. Anna said, I have to look like one, but decided to pass on to someone. Mine is a store one. Let's see. Okay. She is very light. The eyebrows are actually pretty darn good, but I don't think this is PlayPal. Clone. She is a clone. The kind of fun thing is that I can tell immediately just by the weight. She's not marked, but she's a clone. This is another clone. Yeah, so there's a lot of clones in there, but a lot of people, I am finding out, like to also collect the clones. And so that's a whole nother Patti part of collecting, is that, and that's normal. A lot of people that collect all kinds of dolls will also collect the clones. Like with Barbies, Barbie clones are a big part of the collecting world. So yeah, Laura said, send in the clones. That's right. This one has pretty hair. She just came back from Disney World. Well, a pretty color of hair. Girlfriend needs to maybe visit the beauty parlor. But let's see. So this is an original PlayPal. The dress is not original. Well, we're going to sell her naked, I think. But she's got the auburn hair, which is very nice. So the clones are fun. I think the clones are fun. I think that there's no problem with clones or anything, as long as they're marketed and made, you know, not everyone at the time. These were expensive dolls. So it was nice to have some options that didn't cost a fortune that people could also get to make them, you know, accessible. So it's fun. This is a very light doll. She's small. This is a Mary Jane by F&B. Mary Jane by F&B. She's a little bit shorter. This is heavy. This is heavy. So he's heavy. The eyebrows look good, but he looks new. And he is. This is Ashton Drake Gallery. So you can look on the back of the head right there. It says ADG. Ashton Drake Galleries. There we go. So he's a fun one. That's a Peter PlayPal. Peter PlayPals are very rare when you're looking for the originals by Ideal. Look at the, can you guys see? So it's a, oh yeah, well it's because so the black ones are very rare. And this is a clone, but even in this condition, they're still desirable as far as collectors and people that are looking for them. So this is not marked at all, but she is a clone, and she has a beautiful face. Let's see. This is an Ideal CBS from 1985. Ideal Toy Corporation, CBS. The lips on this one are very good. The eyebrows are not like the Ideal, but the lips are very, very, very good. As far as if you're comparing them to what Ideal dolls look like. It's kind of fun seeing them all in their original, not original. Most of them are not original clothes, but they're in like kids' clothes. This one's in a Hello Kitty outfit. This, I can tell immediately that she's Italian. And she's got the Italian lips, the Italian eyes. She just looks Italian. And she is by Ferga, which is Italian. So everybody around the world was getting on the Patti PlayPal train. Yes, Colleen said they are getting ready for their school pictures. That's right, they are getting ready for their school pictures. This guy is interesting. He is very light. He is small. He's cute. He's cute. Look at that. So what is your guess? What is your guess on this? This is a Brachita by Unita. So that's Italian too. So you can tell the Italian ones kind of right away. Okay, so we're seeing some. So we're learning, right? We're learning. What is this one? He's very heavy. The eyebrows are right. He's got his little freckles. The sculpting is just totally spot on. But you can tell that from his material that he is not that old. And so he is an Ashton Drake Gallery reissue Peter PlayPal. He's got his original outfit right there. Okay. So this, light, it's a clone / companion. They've got a lot of the clones I've seen have the one stroke eyebrows. So that for me is the first thing I look at, is the eyebrows. Now, when you're looking at any kind of reproduction, especially if you're trying to sniff out an unscrupulous doll, like a fake doll, like one that's made to deceive, the first thing I look at, because one of the hardest things to get right, is the lips and the eyebrows. So hard to get right is the lips and the eyebrows. The lips are pretty good on him, actually. Eyebrows, way off. Let's see. This looks like, I'm not sure. I was going to say Toodles, but, oh, Mary Jane. Mary Jane by F&B. Okay, Mary Jane. I'm learning all about this.
She's ready for the 4th of July.
This girl is ready for the 4th of July. Yeah, look, she's in her shirt. This one has a very different face. I know she's not a PlayPal. She doesn't look like the typical clones. I don't think she's Italian. Let's see what our note says. CBS 1985. CBS 1985. There aren't too many of these CBS ones. Again, lots of help needing on that hairdo, but I think a lot of you know how to do this kind of thing. Let's see. This is Little Miss Echo by American Doll Company. Little Miss Echo. Do you guys know who Little Miss Echo is? Little Miss Echo. Let's see. Does she echo? Maybe it needs batteries. Oh yeah, maybe it needs batteries. We're gonna have to see if Little Miss Echo works. That'd be kind of fun.
Heavy.
Now this, okay, we're getting good. We're getting good. Now I'm not gonna say anything. We're getting good. She's very heavy. Eyebrows are rocking. Lips are rocking. You can tell she's not very old though. So what is she? She is a reissue, an Ashton Drake reissue. She's so cute though. Oh, and she has her original outfit. There you can see Patti PlayPal. Okay. Now, lips are pretty good. Sculpting's pretty good. But look at those eyebrows. Look at those like 3 little strokes up there. Definitely a clone. Let's see if we know who. Yeah, it just says, our note just says clone. Clone / companion. So I'm excited for these to go to wonderful homes that are going to give them their baths and their TLC and their time in the spa. And I cannot wait for all the before and afters. This is, well, she's got some wonderful red hair. Oh, this doll is a clone, but she's very rare because she does have the red hair. Now, this doll belongs to Greg Ortiz. I gave him 3 dolls in exchange for all of the wonderful help that he gave me and when working on the dolls. So this one is a Greg Ortiz doll, but I want you guys to kind of see. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with her hair. But she is a clone, but she's rare because she is the carrot top color. So Greg Ortiz deserves this. He literally saved the day, and he worked with me the entire day. This is a Unita clone. And she is AE, which stands for Allied Eastern. Allied Eastern. This doll right here, she was one of the rarer ones. And she is Lori Martin by Ideal. Lori Martin. Now I love this face. I love this face. This doll is one of the 3 going to Greg Ortiz. So if you're bummed out that Lori Martin's going, at least she's going to the most wonderful home ever, and she's going to the collection of Greg Ortiz. He's always wanted one. He doesn't have one, and he's getting her. So congratulations, Greg. And then here is one more clone that is going to Greg, and she is just gorgeous. She is beautiful. I'm not sure exactly. she's marked with 3651 on the back of the head. So it makes me feel really good that these are going to Greg, because I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with them and how beautiful they're going to look. This is a rare one because she has rare reddish auburn eyelashes. Most of them have the black eyelashes, and she has auburn eyelashes. So she is really, really, really sweet. Again, the hair has been cut on a lot of these. I never cut my Barbie's hair because I knew it couldn't grow back, so I never wanted to do that. I think we'll look at a couple more, and then I got to go help the guys. So one thing I know you were excited about, and she will be in the summer fling, is Nurse Joni. Here's Nurse Joni. This is an Ashton Drake Nurse Joni. She needs to be styled a little bit, but they did a great job with her. I think they did a great job with her. Ashton Drake did a good job on these reissues. They did a really, really, really good job. Okay, so this is a clone. It's a good clone. No, it's not a clone. See how easy it is to I almost thought it was, but it's not. She's a nice brunette. Ideal. She's not. Yep, she is marked ideal, but she isn't marked ideal on the back of the neck, which kind of threw me off. And the lips were so good, but yeah, so this is an ideal, but her clothes are not, maybe her clothes are original. See, there's a lot to learn. A lot to learn. I think her clothes are original, but the shoes are clone. Companion shoes, clone shoes. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little just segue into looking at some of these dolls. And I'm really excited for everything that we're going to be doing for the summer fling, for our events happening across the board in July and for the rest of the summer. I am excited for everybody that is making moves to try things and to connect and to just, you're never too old to try something new. That's the pushback I get a lot, is like, well, I've always done it this way, or I'm ancient and I don't do technology and stuff. Yeah, you do. Just try it. Because once you try it and you find out it's not nearly so scary and hard to do, it's so easy and fun. And then you have a community and you're going to have fun. I love how you're honest about giving Greg some dolls, which is only natural after Betty and all the help Greg did, not to mention he collects some. Oh yes. I'm honest about everything. And so Greg, I was starting to feel very overwhelmed, to the point that it was not, I was starting to get a lot of anxiety about it, because I can't do a lot of these things just right off the bat. And I just FaceTimed Greg, and he worked with me the entire day. And that was worth so much to me. And I offered to pay him, but he wanted to be paid in dolls, which is, we understand that. We'd all like to be paid in dolls, right? And so we just figured out what would be fair. And he just told me what his pie in the sky dolls were and what he wanted. So yeah, so I just showed you guys the ones that he's getting, and he's very excited. So yeah, thank you, Greg. And they're going to a great home. So it's all good. Lots of congratulations. It's all good. And I don't want you guys also to watch my videos and then wonder what happened to things. I am going to be selling all of these dolls on an open market for everyone to have a chance, except for the few that Greg's getting. Otherwise, I haven't pre-sold or done anything with any of them. So they're all gonna go in the summer fling, and then on eBay with $1 opening bid, so that everyone has a chance. We're gonna figure out the shipping costs and all those things, and try to get all the materials and try to keep the shipping as low as possible, because the shipping is the only big pain on these, is the shipping. So Kim says, I went to a doll show years ago with a sign that said "Will work for jobs." I got a job there for sure. And you know what? It worked great for me too, because if I could pay Greg, and he offered to do it for free, by the way. We're very good friends. And he offered to do it just to help. But to have somebody like him that just knew all the things and literally saved me probably 40 hours of research, that is worth a tremendous amount to me. And so, a lot. And so I I insisted. So you guys should feel really good about the dolls that Greg is getting, because what better collection? And he is such a wonderful person and shares his collection in a way that we all get to enjoy them too. He just shares them, and we get to, and we're going to be visiting him again. And so we can see some before and afters on the dolls that he got from this haul. So if anybody's at the front of the line, it should be Greg Ortiz, because he has been so generous and gracious and sharing his dolls and teaching us so much about PlayPal in the past. My videos on YouTube with our content together with his PlayPal collection are some of my most popular videos. So go Greg. Anyway, I'm gonna go work. I really appreciate you guys tuning in with me today and spending some time together. And I'm excited for all that's to come. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Looking forward to the summer fling. Yes, and remember, just the last thing I'm going to say about buying dolls and things is that things should just flow. Michael says this, and if things should flow naturally to you, and that, you know, if you can't get something just naturally and by how the universe should work, you're probably not meant for it. So you're never supposed to have to take something from someone else or go behind someone's back or do anything ruthless to get a doll, ever. It should always just flow naturally to you, and things are supposed to happen the way they're supposed to happen. So I was supposed to get all of these PlayPal dolls, and if you get a doll and the way that you get the doll, it's that your future dolls already know their story and how they are going to come into your lives. So if you don't get a doll, I know it hurts, and sometimes it can be very disappointing, but also just trust that things work out the way they're supposed to as far as dolls coming into your life. So I don't try to force dolls coming into my life. I just put out the vibes and my want for certain things. I say to the universe, I need some dolls, and then they come. And I go through dry spells where I don't have dolls for months, and I start to get worried. And then it rains dolls. Like, I mean, just look at this. This is all doll stuff. I don't know how much you can see, but just as a shop owner and as a dealer, and as collectors, we're all going to go through times when we go through dry spells where we don't get anything, we don't find anything, and it happens like for a long time, and then suddenly sometimes you'll get 3 of something that you have been looking for like 10 years. And so that's why it's just really important to always have your heart open and ready. So if you understand that, and if you have a story of something like that happened to you, then yeah. I listed, whenever I don't get a doll at an auction, I always figure there's a better one out there waiting for me. Absolutely. I used to get upset sometimes, or I would feel sometimes, and the reason why I don't post a lot of doll hauls or things a lot of times is because I don't want people to feel upset or like they got gypped or missed out, because it's only a natural to feel that way sometimes. But what's meant for you is what's meant for you. And when it comes is when it's supposed to come. So if you don't get a doll, it's just more money in your pocket to get the next one. And it's important to have money like waiting. You know what I mean? Because you just never know when dolls are going to come up. So I always have a rainy day fund set aside for when dolls come my way. Because sometimes, like I said, I go through dry spells, and then sometimes it's, I get them all. And I never want to, I don't want to turn them away. So I'm constantly trying to replenish my rainy day fund, because you just never know when it's going to happen. But most dealers, they take credit cards, and a lot of them do very, very nice payment plans and things like that. And I have for sure put dolls and things I needed to buy at the time on credit cards and figured it out later. It's all good. So anyway, I really enjoyed seeing you guys today and having a little chat. and let's just keep putting out good vibes and good doll energy out into the world, and sticking with each other and walking each other home through this journey. And thank you for joining us here at the doll shop and just being a part of our story and our adventure. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.